Okay. Hello. I am gathering my thoughts because this is not the video that I wanted to be recording tonight. But I can't seem to go ahead with like my other idea without getting this out there. I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but recording this anyway. Maybe I will post this because I do actually feel pretty strongly about this. But, alright. So I work at an udon restaurant part-time, and I really enjoy my job. Sometimes it's really physically draining and just a lot, but I overall enjoy this job. And we have a lot of regulars who are awesome. I like my coworkers. I like this restaurant as a customer, and so when there was an opportunity to work there, I was like, yeah, I'd be happy to work there. Sometimes, like today, we get some people who come in with just really rude behavior and rude energy, and I like to think I can let things slide, but also I've gotten a lot more sensitive over the years, and a lot more in touch with a wider spectrum of emotions, which I'm proud of and I take as a sign of my own healing. But anyway, I can't let things slide as easily, I guess, in terms of what emotions come up for me when people are acting rude. I'm not going to repeat the interaction exactly. I don't want to relive it even by telling it. I already ranted to some good friends, so I'm grateful for my friends for listening to me. Anyway, just please don't be rude to the cashier at a small restaurant. And I'm not just talking about me, but I'm talking about like any small business restaurant. It is probably not their fault that there is a to-go container fee, or that they charge extra for extra things, because, like, go be mad at big chain restaurants or big chain shops, but not a place where only 2 or 3 people are working at a time. You can see that the restaurant is packed. There's a lot going on. We are doing our best to get the orders out, wash the dishes, clean things up, and I don't know, in general, just don't be rude to service workers. I've been in service jobs since I was maybe 13 or 14, helping out at like my relative's restaurant, and I can kind of get it, maybe something is going on in a person's life or in their day, and they just want to get some food or a drink, a boba, coffee, whatever. And they have an idea or an expectation for how things are going to go when they get their food or their coffee or their boba. And then when it's not to like their ideals or their expectations, yeah, I think I would also get upset. But I'm not gonna get upset at the cashier. They probably didn't make up the rules. They're probably just doing their job. And also, don't mess with people who are preparing food for you, food or beverages. Like, why? I don't get it. And this is what turns me off from food and beverage customer service sometimes, even though I really love it and it's in like my bones and my soul and my core. Like even my family lore, my parents used to have eateries when we lived in the Philippines, and they used to do catering. And like I mentioned, I have relatives who also have restaurants and do catering, and I love food and beverage, and I love serving people, making them happy, getting them nourished, and for the most part, truly, my interactions over the years, whether I was at a cafe or a boba shop or at a restaurant, or helping with catering, my interactions really, for the most part, have been good. But there are just those outliers, and I get really frustrated that they stand out to me a lot. But it's because they're such outliers in their rude behavior that they stand out, and I can sometimes get it, but on the whole I actually really don't. People are serving you food and drinks that they're taking their time and energy. The restaurant, the cafe, the boba shop are taking their own resources in order to put out products that are meant to be enjoyed, and nourishing. I don't know. I don't get it. Do you know what the margins of being in the restaurant or like cafe or boba shop industry is like? They're not trying to. Oh, anyway, I'm ranting and rambling at this point. I'm gonna sum it up by saying, please don't be rude to your cashiers and servers or whatnot. Even if they are themselves rude, I'm not saying that I was rude, although sometimes I wish I could serve that energy back to people. Just pause and think a little bit about what's going on and the dynamic, the power dynamic that's happening there. And I don't know, take your frustrations out elsewhere. I promise you it's not going to help to yell at the cashier or the server. What it's only going to do is I don't know. I'm speaking for myself here now, but it's only going to change their mood, dig at their spirits, and make them question why they are in an industry that, even though they went into it wanting to serve people, maybe they don't want to serve people anymore because things like that happen. Yeah. God. I still have hope for humanity. I do. But gosh, some people. All right. Bye. Thank you for listening, watching. Take care out there.